Mr. Mark, I have to inform you about the foreclosure.
Foreclosure?
Yes, the process is beginning.
Mark never thought his life could collapse because of one number. One payment. Just one. He had always believed disaster came loudly with sirens, explosions, chaos. But this, it arrived quietly. In an email at 7:42 a.m., Mark was a husband before he was anything else. A loving and caring one, a father before he was a dreamer. Every morning, he woke up before sunrise, standing quietly in the kitchen of their small apartment, watching the coffee drip into a chipped mug while the city outside slowly stretched awake. His wife, Maya, would still be asleep. His 6-year-old son, Noah, would be curled up in superhero blankets, unaware of the numbers that haunted his father's mind. Bills, due dates, mortgage reminders. Mark wasn't lazy. He wasn't reckless. He is a responsible husband and father. He worked 2 jobs, a mid-level operations role during the day, freelance consulting work at night. But life doesn't always break you with bad decisions. Sometimes it breaks you with bad timing. 3 months earlier, Maya had needed emergency surgery. Insurance didn't cover everything. So Mark drained their savings without hesitation, because that's what husbands do. That's what fathers do. You protect no matter the cost. He told himself he would catch up. He always did. But that month, a client delayed payment. Overtime hours were cut. And for the first time in his adult life, Mark missed a mortgage payment. Just one. He told himself it was temporary. 30 days. I will fix it in 30 days. But banks don't care about intentions. They care about contracts. So they sent him an email. The email was cold. He read it 3 times. Then a 4th. His chest tightened. His hands went numb. He called the bank immediately. Explained everything. The surgery, the delayed payments. His plan. The woman from the bank sounded rehearsed. Polite, detached. I'm sorry, sir. The foreclosure process has already been initiated. What? Foreclosure? That word echoed louder than anything she said after it. Maya, his wife, noticed his silence that evening. Mark usually tried to smile through stress. But that night, he stared at the dinner table like it had betrayed him. What happened? She asked softly. He didn't answer at first. He just slid the printed notice across the table. Maya read it. Her face immediately drained of color. Noah kept eating, swinging his feet under the chair, oblivious. Daddy, he said, are we still going to paint my room blue? Mark swallowed hard. Yeah, buddy, he whispered. Of course we are. But deep down, he wasn't sure. 30 days later, the notice was taped to their door. Neighbors saw it. Mark felt their eyes on him in the hallway. Whispers traveled faster than facts. He had always been the responsible one. Now he was the man who lost his home. Humiliation has a weight to it, and Mark carried it alone. He called Ethan, his former business partner, the man he had helped build a small consulting project 2 years earlier. The man who now drove a luxury SUV. I just need a short-term loan, Mark said. I'll pay it back with interest. There was silence. Then a sigh. Mark, I can't risk my liquidity right now. Liquidity, a word Mark himself had taught him. After everything we built? Mark asked quietly. It's just business, Ethan said. The call ended, and something inside Mark shifted, not loudly, not dramatically, but permanently. The eviction day came faster than expected. They packed their belongings into boxes. Noah thought it was an adventure. "Daddy, are we moving somewhere cooler?" he asked. Mark forced a smile. "Yeah," he said, "somewhere different." That first night in the car was the longest night of Mark's life. Maya leaned her head against the window. Noah slept in the back seat, curled under a thin blanket. Mark didn't sleep. He stared at the windshield, and for the first time, anger felt stronger than fear. Not chaotic anger, not violent anger. Cold anger, controlled, strategic. "They think I'm finished," he whispered to himself. "They think one mistake defines me." His jaw tightened. They are wrong. Revenge isn't loud. It doesn't scream. It calculates. The next morning, Mark walked into the public library. Not because he had nowhere else to go, but because he needed information. He needed to update himself. He studied market trends, remote income models, current high-demand digital skills. He analyzed industries growing despite economic downturns. Cybersecurity, automation consulting, small business optimization. He wasn't looking for fast money. He was looking for leverage. Days turned into weeks. Mark slept less, did more research. While Maya and Noah stayed temporarily with her sister, Mark refused to collapse. He enrolled in free online certifications, watched lectures at a high speed, took notes until his fingers cramped. He sent cold emails to small businesses offering free audits just to gain experience. Most ignored him. Some rejected him. One replied. That one changed everything. A small company struggling with operational inefficiencies. Mark analyzed their workflow, found weaknesses, built a proposal. They couldn't pay much, but they agreed to try his strategy. Within 3 months, their costs dropped by 22%. The owner was stunned, and word spread quietly, just like Mark's revenge. Money didn't flood in overnight, but momentum did. 1 client became 3. 3 became 8. Marx reinvested everything, upgraded software, built a professional brand, created a lean remote team. While others saw his past failure, he was building his future dominance. 2 years later, the bank called him, now with a different tone, different energy. "Mr. Mark, we'd love to discuss a premium business account partnership." He almost laughed. The same institution that had shown him no mercy, now offering incentives. He declined politely. "Thank you," he said calmly, "but I prefer institutions that believe in people before they succeed." Silence. Then awkward gratitude. Call ended. Justice. Not emotional, not dramatic, just balanced. And then Ethan called. That same man he called for assistance 2 years ago. "Hey, man, I heard you've been doing well. Maybe we could collaborate again." Mark stood in his new office, city skyline glowing behind him. He thought about the night in the car. Noah shivering slightly, Maya pretending not to cry. "It's just business," Mark replied, and ended the call. 3 years after losing everything, Mark bought a home. Not bigger to impress anyone, but stronger, secure, paid in full. The day they moved in, Noah ran through the empty rooms, laughing. "Can we paint it blue now?" he shouted. Mark knelt down and hugged him tightly. "Yeah," he whispered. "Now we can paint anything. You see, People love comeback stories, but they misunderstand them. They think success erases pain. It doesn't. It transforms it. Mark never forgot the humiliation, the whispers, the eviction notice, but he stopped seeing them as wounds. He saw them as fuel. One missed payment didn't destroy him. It revealed him because when everything was taken, he didn't break. He recalculated, and in the end, he didn't need revenge through destruction. He found revenge through elevation, the quiet kind, the permanent kind, the kind that makes the same world that rejected you knock on your door asking for entry. If life knocked you down today, if one mistake cost you everything, remember this: failure isn't final. It's instructional. And sometimes the greatest revenge is building something so powerful that losing you becomes their biggest regret. My final word: keep trying. Don't quit. Don't give up. You will definitely rise again.